You guys, Noble Creation TV back to you with another video, and just want to talk a little bit about the Detroit Pistons, my home team. Definitely, man. I'm liking what the Detroit Pistons are doing. A lot of people are basically saying that the Detroit Pistons, what are they trying to do? And I believe the Pistons are trying to reach the playoffs. That's the reason why they made the trade deadline. I don't think that the Pistons want to keep missing the playoffs. And if the Pistons can keep getting play out of Stanley Johnson like this, and he can continue to keep being consistent, man, the skies is the limit, man, for the Detroit Pistons. They just need a couple more pieces to the team. But if Stanley Johnson, who I've always I like Stanley Johnson, and I just think that he didn't have an opportunity basically to be more aggressive on the offensive end. He's a great defensive player. Stanley kind of reminds me of because he's bulky for his size. He's kind of big. He kind of reminds me of a Ron Artest type of guy. He's tough, and and he can score. But definitely, man, I think that the Pistons are headed in the right directions. If they can keep getting play out of their guys like this, Luke Kennard coming off the bench being the sixth man, I think the Pistons will be better. See how Stanley's pushing it? That's how he should have been playing, attacking and being aggressive. And they was able to beat LeBron them last night. It was a good game, man, as far as how close it was. And then the Pistons eventually took care of what they had to do in this game. But you had Tolliver knocking down shots. You had everybody clicking, man. Everybody sharing the ball, passing the ball. That's the only how you're going to win. The Detroit Pistons normally win games off a team effort. You know what I'm saying? Now that you got Blake Griffin getting ready to come in, and I think that those guys is eager to have Blake Griffin, man. That's why they played good basketball like they did. Dwight Bikes is a good pickup too. But definitely, man, the Detroit Pistons are headed in the right direction, man. I can't wait to see these guys when they come out here where I'm at. And I miss my boys. I used to go to the games all the time. And, man, I won't get an opportunity to go now because until I go back home. But definitely, man, I'm excited for Detroit, man, because now they got somebody that's going to come in, and the seats are going to start filling up slowly but surely. The seats will start picking up, and people will start attending the game, because basically, how Detroit fans are. When you start winning, and then they start buying into what's going on. And it's going to be a lot of highlights, man, with Dre and Blake Griffin dunking on everybody. I think it was a good move to move Blake Griffin to the East, because there's so many all-stars in the West, man, and a lot of guys are getting snubbed because they can't make it into the all-star team. There's too many guys out there that's pretty good. So that, and the same thing I think is that the Detroit Pistons just need to take it one game at a time. But they can get back in the stands. I believe they like in 10th place right now. Look at Ish pushing the tempo. Now everybody's pushing the tempo because, and I believe the reason why they was pushing the tempo is because they know that Blake Griffin is coming. And now they want to get more aggressive and start winning some games and eventually get in the playoffs, because you want the experience in the playoffs. The Pistons made it, I think, a couple years ago to the playoffs against the Cavs, and they played them pretty well, man. So definitely, man, it's gonna be good to see, man, the Piston boys getting some help from Blake Griffin. As far as how Reggie Jackson's gonna play when he comes back, we don't know yet. But hopefully Reggie, can push the tempo and start playing like the Reggie Jackson that first came to the Pistons. We know that Reggie was hurt and things of that nature. But we'll see, man, what happens. You know what I'm saying? Reggie will be coming back from his injury pretty soon. So hopefully these guys can gel and make the playoffs this season and just build from there and get better. Look like the Pistons might have to get better by just trading guys and trading pieces and getting the guys in. But if Stanley Johnson can continue to play at a high level like he played in this game, 26 points I believe he had and like 10 rebounds and I think like 4 assists, something like that, man, those guys will be good, man. So definitely, man, I'm happy for the Detroit Pistons for getting the win last night. And I'll be back to you soon with another video. All right, Detroit. Detroit basketball. You know what it is, baby. All right, you guys. Number Creation TV. I'm out of here.